Social media has completely flattened the idea of a high value woman. It turned into aesthetics and luxury and performances, and somewhere along the way, the true meaning got lost. When I use that phrase, I am not talking about designer bags or curated routines. I'm talking about a woman who lives with intention, a woman who honors herself, a woman whose decision, especially around money, reflect calm, clarity, and self respect. And today, I want to share 4 money energetics that shape how that woman moves through her life financially, emotionally, and spiritually. These aren't tips, let's just be clear. They're just ways of being. They shift how you treat your money and, more importantly, how you treat yourself. Hi, my name is Layla. Welcome to my channel where I help ambitious people gain clarity, master their money, and design a life that truly aligns. You know, when I graduated from college, I thought adulthood would just click. You get a job, you get paid, you pay your bills, and somehow everything balances itself out. That was a fantasy. The reality, on the other hand, I was living paycheck to paycheck, pretending everything was fine while quietly avoiding the one thing that could have actually helped me, looking at my money. I remember this period so clearly, not because anything dramatic happened, but because nothing was actually happening. You know what I mean? Like no goals, no direction, no clarity. And the lack of clarity allowed things to slowly get worse. I didn't check my bank account unless I absolutely had to. I did not want to see the truth. I didn't want to feel behind. And because I didn't know how to manage my money yet, I told myself it was better not to look. But the thing about avoidance is that it feels safe for 5 minutes, but then it ruins your life for months. And there is also this subtle shame that builds when you don't know your numbers. It sits in the background of everything that you do, especially when you go out with friends. You don't even know if you can afford whatever it's going to happen. And then, your every bills and every moment of wanting something and immediately telling yourself, you can't afford that. Don't even try. And what's wild is that I wasn't just avoiding my finances. I was actually outsourcing responsibility. I assumed that things would magically work out because they always somehow had. And until they didn't. Eventually, the stress of not knowing was heavier than the truth itself, and that was my wake-up call. That's when I learned something that completely shifted my identity. Treating money with respect has nothing to do with being rich. It's about feeling safe with yourself. Respect isn't perfection. It's not having the fanciest budgeting system or tracking every single penny like an accountant. Respect is clarity. It's awareness. It's saying, I deserve to know where my life is going. And once that clicked, for me at least, everything softened. Because when you respect money, the energy actually changes. Money stops being this intimidating force that you run from. It becomes a relationship that you participate in. And intentional high value women, those who honor themselves, they don't leave their finances to chance. They don't hide from their numbers. They don't wait for emergencies to get organized. They treat money like a conversation they have regularly, not a confrontation that they avoid. They check in, not because they're obsessed, but because they're grounded. And here's where the energetics come in. Chaos repels money. When your financial life feels scattered and disorganized or ignored, the energy around it becomes very heavy. But when things are clean, when you know what's coming in, what's going out, and what you're building toward, there's an ease that enters your life. Money responds to order. It stays strong, it stretches further, it flows smoother, and the emotional payoff is freaking unreal. Suddenly you feel calmer, you feel more confidence, you feel more, you feel safer, not because you're wealthy, okay? But because you know where you stand. You start making choices from intention instead of fear. You feel like a freaking adult in your own life, not a passenger hoping that things don't fall apart. Respecting money is ultimately respecting yourself. It's saying, I'm willing to look, I'm willing to learn, I'm willing to take ownership of the life that I want. And once that happens, the entire foundation of your financial life shifts quietly, powerfully, permanently. If we're being honest, most of us have had this moment where you bought something that you didn't really need, not because you really wanted it, but because you were trying to feel a feeling. Could be stress or boredom or loneliness or frustration. Emotional spending has so many faces, and the worst part, it works, but only for about 10 seconds or 10 minutes. I don't know. I've had those days where life felt heavier, and instead of sitting with it, I opened my freaking laptop and convinced myself that a little treat would fix my mood. And for a moment, it did. Let's be honest. There's a little hit of excitement, a rush of dopamine. that illusion of control, but then the package arrives and the excitement is gone in seconds. And what's left isn't joy, it's actually emptiness. Sometimes even guilt, like I betrayed myself or a version of myself I'm trying to become. Emotional spending doesn't feel like a big problem in the moment. It feels like relief, a soothing mechanism, a tiny escape from whatever it is that's uncomfortable in your life at the moment. But the truth is, it actually postpones the emotional discomfort. It doesn't heal it. Okay. And over time, those little moments of, I deserve this, they become barriers to the life that you actually deserve. Start noticing that pattern in yourself. How easy it is to shop instead of sit with your stress. How buying something becomes the easiest way to avoid a feeling. And every time you do it, you're moving further away from the woman that you want to be, not because of the money, but because of the energy behind it. That's where the shift into aligned spending will change everything for you. Align, and I need to precise that because aligned spending isn't about restriction. It's not punishment. It's not depriving yourself. It's asking one simple question. Is this in alignment with who I am becoming? And when you ask that question honestly, the impulse actually disappears because suddenly it's not about the item itself, it's about your intention. You pause, you breathe, you become aware of the real emotion underneath the urge to buy something, and you start to understand the difference between wanting something and wanting relief. Alignment is self-respect in action. It's choosing a long-term peace over short-term comfort. It's spending money in ways that make you feel proud, not guilty, calm, not chaotic, and clear, not confused. And here's what surprised me. The more aligned my spending became, the more empowered I felt. Not because I was spending less money, but because I was spending consciously. I wasn't escaping my life anymore. I was expressing it, choosing things that matched my energy, my values, my future. Aligned spending reinforced that identity of an intentional woman, a woman who honors herself through her choices, a woman who doesn't use money to avoid her emotions, but to support the life that she's building. Because at the end of the day, every single purchase is a form of communication with yourself. It's either self-respect or it's self-abandonment. And intentional women, they know the difference. There was a season in my life where everything felt heavy, and not because something dramatic had happened, but because I had slowly taken on more than I could actually carry. Too many expenses, too many little commitments, too many yeses I didn't actually mean to say. Even my space felt crowded. My mind felt crowded. My days, they felt crowded. And the heaviness doesn't hit you all at once. It actually creeps in quietly. An extra subscriptions here, a purchase that you thought would make your life easier, but actually makes it messier. A routine that used to feel very simple, but then now feels like a freaking pressure on yourself. A closet, and we all know that, a closet full of things that you don't even wear. A budget full of things that you don't even need. A calendar full of activities that you don't even enjoy. Until one day, you wake up and you realize that you feel stuck. Not because you lack ambition, but because your life is simply too full of things that drain you. The heaviness has a cost. It breeds confusion. It makes decision-making harder. It creates money leaks you don't even notice. And it exhausts you emotionally before the day even begins. And without realizing it, it disconnects you from your future because it takes all this energy to actually manage your present. There's a reason intentional women, they keep their lives light. And I said light, not empty, light, because lightness is powerful. Lightness is peaceful, it's profitable. And I learned that simplicity is not about having less. It's about removing what weighs you down. It's about understanding that clutter, and clutter could be physical clutter that you see, or emotional clutter, or financial clutter. That clutter is actually expensive, not just in your money, but in your energy. A complicated life consumes resources you don't have to spare. A light life creates room for what actually matters. And when you look at lightness in your day-to-day life, it's not glamorous, okay? It's just freaking practical. It's simple as saying no to subscriptions that you forgot existed. It's letting go of routines that do not serve you anymore. It's organizing your finances so that you don't waste money on things that you don't value. It's choosing to only bring things into your life that you actually use, actually love, and actually align with the woman that you're becoming. And the moment you start releasing what doesn't belong, something shifts. Your mind gets quieter, your intuition gets louder, opportunities feel clearer, and your decision, they get sharper. Because lightness opens up space, mental space, emotional space, energetic space, physical space. That's why intentional women, they don't overfill their lives. They curate, they choose with intention, not impulse. They let their environments reflect the inner peace that they're cultivating. And they prioritize, and that's very important, quality over quantity, whether in their clothing, in their relationships, in their commitments, in their choices. Lightness, and I want to say that, isn't about shrinking your life. It's about creating enough space for you to actually live it. And a light life isn't a small life, it's a spacious life. And in that space, for the first time in a long time, you will finally breathe. Trust me. There is something that happens when you sit down with yourself, when you really sit with yourself and you look toward your future with honesty. For me, it's often when I journal, because I love journaling. That's like my thing. There is this quiet moment where I can feel the woman that I'm becoming standing next to me, not judging me, not rushing me, just waiting to be considered. I remember during my rebuild season, which I'm still in, I had this realization. I wasn't planning for my future because I didn't believe I deserved a future that felt good. Not because I liked ambition, but because of fear. Fear of getting it wrong, fear of not being enough, fear of committing to a version of myself I wasn't sure I could live up to. Most people don't avoid planning because they're careless. They avoid it because they're freaking scared. Scared of responsibility, scared of expectations, scared of the unknown, scared of seeing how far they are from where they want to be. And planning can feel overwhelming. When you're disconnected from your future self, when you don't see her clearly, it's easier to focus on surviving the present than building what comes next. But the truth is, avoiding the future doesn't protect you from it. It makes it harder to walk into. That's where the intentional woman's mindset changes everything. An intentional woman treats her future self like someone worth caring for. The same way you would care for a child or a partner or a friend. There's gentleness, there's patience and devotion. She doesn't avoid her future and she doesn't pressure herself into rushing towards it. She builds slowly, calmly, one aligned decision at a time. Planning then becomes an act of self-compassion, not self-criticism. Energetically, planning is like sending love forward. It tells your future self, oh, hey, I'm thinking of you, like I'm preparing space for you. I want your life to be easier than mine was. It creates internal safety. It builds trust with yourself. It removes the constant background anxiety of the unknown. It gives you the feeling that you're not just reacting to life, you're actually participating in your freaking destiny. And here's what I love about this habit. It doesn't require giant leaps. It's soft, it's practical in a gentle way. It looks like saving a little, not a lot. It looks like investing even when you feel unsure, trusting that your future self will thank you. It looks like making financially mature decision even when you're still learning. It looks like long-term thinking without pressure, not, oh, I have to fix everything now. Or you plan for your future, you begin acting as the woman you're becoming, not the woman you're trying to outgrow. And that's one of the most powerful identity shifts that you can make because your decision starts aligning with your potential instead of your past. Planning isn't limiting, it's not controlling. Planning is nurturing. It's choosing your future self with love. And when that becomes your mindset, trust me, every choice, is big or small, becomes a quiet act of devotion to the woman that you are meant to be. All four of these habits, respecting your money, spending in alignment, keeping your life light, and planning your future, they're not restrictions. They're just my invitations. Invitations to show up for yourself with more intention. Invitation to build a life that feels calm and safe and supportive and expansive. Expansive, not expensive. Invitations to move like a woman who trusts her direction and honors her future. You don't have to master everything at once, okay? Just start with the habit that speaks to you the most, for example. Start with that right now, because the moment that you take even one intentional step, your entire relationship with money and with yourself begins to shift. A woman who knows her worth doesn't have to say it. She builds it, she lives it, she becomes it. And if you want more videos around money, energetics, and intentional living, let me know below. I love creating content for women who are stepping into their next level and to actually anyone stepping into their next level. So thank you so much for watching. Take very good care of yourselves, and you will see me in the next video. Bye.